Hi, I'm Cory Weatherton, Director of Product Development here at the Jayco Motorhome Group, and I'm excited to show you today the new 2023 Jayco Precept. Now, this floor plan is the 36C. A lot of you, when we're on the inside, you're going to see certain things you like, and what's the name of that floor plan? The 36C Jayco Precept. I want to show you some of the features that this motorhome has, as well as point out some of the new enhancements we have for this model year. Now, I won't point out everything, just a couple key things that are key in my mind. So first of all, what makes a Jayco? Our goal is for this motorhome to be quietest riding, best handling motorhome at this price point. So we're doing things on this chassis that nobody else in the industry is doing. Why are we doing that? Because in all honesty, if this doesn't drive well, if it doesn't handle well, it's probably going to stay parked in your driveway and you're going to be staying at the local hotel, whatever town you're in. We want you to get full use out of this motorhome. So first of all, it starts with the chassis. This is a Ford F53 chassis. Now, all of our Precepts, they will be built on a 22,000 pound chassis or a 24,000 pound chassis. And the reason that's important is because really it's the foundation of your motorhome. These are heavy duty chassis. You'll find some manufacturers at this price point building on a 20,500 pound chassis. Now, that's not a bad chassis by any means, but at the same time, when we're talking about the stability of the motorhome, it starts at the foundation, and thus we're starting with a 22K chassis and also on some floor plans doing a 24. On top of that, what else are we doing? Everything we build, we put a J-Ride package on it. Now, this is the Precept, so it's actually going to be a J-Ride Plus package. Two things I want to point out that are new for our J-Ride Plus package for this model year. The first thing is a Bilstein steering stabilizer or Bilstein steering dampener. It's really that dampener stabilizer used interchangeably. We have been reading on Facebook forums that folks who buy gas Class A's, one of the first things that they're doing is adding a steering stabilizer of some sort. So we heard the customers wanted it. So here at the factory, we're actually installing those for you. So what does it do? Steering stabilizer or steering dampener, as you're going down the road, a lot of times these gas A's will have a lot of play in the steering wheel. They'll also tend to drift a little bit. And so this steering stabilizer, what it does is it reduces the play in the steering wheel and it also reduces the drifting. And so I guarantee you that you will notice a difference between this model year and last model year if you've driven one, but I guarantee you as well, you're going to notice a difference between us and the competition. Second thing we've added to this J-Ride Plus for model year 2023 is Koni FSD shocks. We're super excited about our partnership with Koni. As you know, we've used those on our Class C's for a little while now. This year we're introducing them to our Class A's. Why are we? Because this motorhome needs stability and it needs control. So when do I need stability? I need stability when I'm starting to do a clover leaf getting off the interstate. There's a tendency for a little bit of body roll. These Koni shocks help give stability because there's dual valving inside. The second time I need comfort is strictly when I hit that big pothole going down the road that I just can't avoid. And what that'll do is it'll definitely soften the impact on the motorhome and your ride. So you get both stability and comfort with those Koni shocks. As I said, super excited about both of those because I know that they will enhance your drive going down the road. And what does that mean? It means more time on the road, more places in this Jayco Precept for you. Something I want to point out that's unique to Jayco as well is our windshield. We have a 120-inch diagonal windshield. And the question arises, what does that matter? It makes a big difference because we are super concerned about your safety and the safety of others. So this windshield, 120-inch diagonal, what does it do for you? Since it's a larger windshield, it actually lowers, comes down lower on the front of the motorhome, which increases your viewing angle down, reducing that blind spot. Also, it wraps around the side of the motorhome, which forces that A-pillar to be moved back, and then also it reduces it. So as a result, if you're at a gas station, there's that big yellow concrete barrier, you're going to be able to see it, and you're not going to scrape up the front of your motorhome. So we are concerned about safety. That's why we give you that. We give you that on everything from our Elante, which is more our base trim level, gas Class A, all the way up to our Embark, which is our diesel pusher. So across the board, gas A's, we're giving you that because we're concerned about safety. While we're on safety, something I also want to point out, the only manufacturer in the industry that installs a seat belt in every seating position. So why is that significant? Because you'll get some bunkhouse models that'll sleep 8 people but there's only 6 seat belts. So 2 people riding along won't get a seat belt. With us, everywhere there's a sleeping position, we will give you a seat belt to safely seat belt that person in. So safety is concerned for Jayco. We know it is for you, and so it's a great partnership, you guys and us. Moving back to Motorhome, you're going to see a big 2+3 on the window. That is the industry's most comprehensive warranty. We give you a 2-year limited warranty. It's limited by 24,000 miles. It's limited by, you cannot rent this out if you use it as a rental. That voids the warranty. And then the third thing is just customer neglect or misuse of the motorhome. So give you 2 years. Majority of everybody else in the industry is just a 1 year. We give you 2 complete camping seasons. Why would we do that? First of all, we would do that because we have a lot of confidence in our build quality. If we didn't have a good build quality, honestly, it costs us way too much money to give you 2 years. We'd only give you 1 year. Second reason is we really value your investment. You are investing money in this, and we don't take that lightly. So we want you to know that we're going to stand beside you during that initial break-in period. If anything arises, we're there by your side. 2 complete camping seasons. Coming back to Motorhome, new for this year, you're going to see a new graphics package on here. Absolutely beautiful. We went with more of a earth natural tone. Nothing bright, nothing flashy. We know that's pretty polarizing. Some of you may love that. We love to sell to the masses, and so as a result, gave you a beautiful graphics package. Now, the Precept is available in full body paint as well, but that's going to be an option to you. Our storage compartments are unique for Jayco. Every gas class A we build is going to have a pass-through storage. Now, some of your manufacturers, they won't be doing that for you. So what do you do with that long 4-foot table that you're going to set out at your campsite? What do you do with your fishing poles that you're going to be using on your trip? We give you pass-through in at least 1 storage compartment. In our Precepts, normally you're at 2 or 3 even. So a lot of storage within this motorhome. Some things you're not going to be able to see on this motorhome just simply because of our view right now is this has a 195 watt solar panel that comes standard on this. It comes with a dual controller as well. So the dual controller will maintain both your house battery and your chassis battery. So a great feature for you. Say it's the winter months and this is not being used. Rather than allowing your house battery or chassis battery to totally deplete, it will keep those topped off so that you don't ruin your battery, cause premature having to buy a new one. Second thing you're not going to be able to see on this roof is the WineGuard 2.0 Connect. Now that's a 4G hotspot, but it's also a Wi-Fi range extender. The Wi-Fi range extender really is free for you to use. You can be at your campsite, you can be near a fast food restaurant that has free Wi-Fi signal, and it'll grab that signal and it will actually amplify it inside of your motorhome. So a great Wi-Fi booster. That 4G hotspot, it's great if you're going to be doing a lot of streaming going down the road. All of our interior TVs for this model year are smart TVs, so you can stream your favorite app on that. It's also that 4G hotspot is going to be incredible if you're going to go down the road and do business. We know a lot of you in this day and age are working remotely, or maybe just your job affords you that. So you can answer emails going down the road, send off your spreadsheets to whoever you need to, if you choose to do that. Now realize you don't have to use that 4G hotspot unless you want to. Why do I say that? Because it is a paid subscription either through your cell phone provider, they will give you a data card to use, or through WineGuard. But it is a great feature if you are doing mobile business these days. As I mentioned, moving down the side of the motorhome, great graphics. Want to remind you of that again. We do have a television behind here. Why do we give you a television? Some of you say that's just a waste of space. I could use it for storage. You'd be amazed at how many people on a Saturday want to watch a Notre Dame football game. That's my team. Or fill in the blank with whatever team you want to. Or NASCAR. It is great. Could be family movie night on a Friday night sitting out by the campfire. So there is a television behind there. On the back of the motorhome, we do give you a full rear cap. Now in 22, we did omit that for a time period simply because of the supply chain shortages. We weren't able to get enough fiberglass, so you may still see units on the lot without a fiberglass rear cap, which is fine. On the rear, we do give you a hitch with a 7-pin connector. That way you're going to be able to tow with this motorhome. So give you a lot of outside features, full fiberglass roof, fully walkable, contoured, a radius on the edges, water's going to drain off well. Again, we do that to protect your investment. So let's go inside the motorhome. I want to show you this great 36C Jayco Precept. Well, welcome home, folks, into your new Jayco 36C Precept. Excited to show you the inside now. Showed you the outside. Inside, I think, is just the icing on the cake. You know, behind me, you're going to see this front overhead bunk. This is rated at 750 pounds. As I said earlier, you know, we offer you a 2-year warranty, most comprehensive in the industry. How are we able to do that? It's from features like this, rated at 750 pounds. We, for the longest time, have led the industry in weight capacity on these. Will 750 pounds ever be up there? I don't know. 600 probably. 400 probably. Cool thing about these bunks is they're very easy to use. Some of our competitors at this price point, they're going to have a hinged point on it. It's going to be kind of clunky to get it up and down. You simply turn your key to the on position, you release the safety belt up there, and then it's just simply power down and then power right back up. So not a lot of moving parts, not a lot of things that could go wrong with this. And the great thing about this is it does go down fairly low. For the sake of time, I didn't want to show you that, but it will come down to about 4.5 feet plus or minus. So very low, very comfortable. There is a front and a rear bumper on this so that if children are up there, they're not going to roll off in the middle of the night, to give you peace of mind. Very large bed with a great capacity. Behind me, we have the just the front end. We redesigned this last year. We do have accent lighting, LED accent lighting with the Jayco badging on it. Nice thing about that is at night, if you want a night light, you can have that turned on, or you just want the ambiance of it glowing, on-off switch, you don't have to use it. That front shade is a power shade, so it's power down, power up. Your side shades are manual, so there again, if you're driving down the road and you have just a high sun coming down on you, you can pull your shade a little bit to block that. Now up here we do have a power driver's seat and a power passenger seat. So our different trim levels on our Gas A lines, we have an Alante, a Precept, Precept Prestige. Your Alante is simply going to have a power driver's seat, manual passenger. Once you get up to the Precept level and Precept Prestige, they're both power. So that's a nice feature. They both swivel, which is very convenient. I love gas class A's simply because the seats will swivel, and all of a sudden that increases your square footage in your living area. There is a small cocktail table that can be installed in the floor. And then the Sony infotainment unit, great infotainment unit. You are able to use Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and then also Bluetooth. So a lot of benefits with that. As we move more towards the back of the coach, you will see just beautiful cabinetry. We take pride in our cabinetry. We do a great job with it. Our interior decor folks have done a wonderful job with this model year in particular. And so you're going to see a solid surface countertop here in the kitchen. You do have your farmhouse sink with solid surface covers, one single basin, very large. Your faucet with your removable shower sprayer, not shower sprayer, your removable sprayer there, clean out your dishes. And as we come back, we do have a nice residential size microwave. Very large, a lot of room in it. And the great thing about the Precept is we are giving you both your cooktop propane and your oven as well, being in propane. So massive microwave and also everything you need to cook. One of the things I want to show you is within our cabinetry. I love to do this for customers because one, a lot of folks don't know this, but secondly, you know, I already referenced that 2-year warranty, most comprehensive in the industry. Something very simple is we put dual metal struts on here. Some of our competitors, even at this price point, that mid trim level, you'll still only see one single strut on there. We give you two. It doesn't really cost us that much more, and that's kind of an insider secret. It doesn't. But at the same time, what it does is it just allows us to have a sense of security. Now, this is going to be kind of loud. I always prep people. You know, it closes and it closes solid. What does that matter? I think a couple things. One, as you're taking the corners pretty sharp, coming off that clover leaf, your Coney shocks will help absorb some of that body roll, but at the same time, you take it too hard, single strut, there's a chance for everything in here to come spilling out. Second reason why I like to just let that thing slam is simply because I have complete confidence in the construction of this motorhome. If I was concerned about these screws stripping out, if I was concerned about the failure or even the hinges, there's no way in the world I'd do that here on video. But at the same time, complete confidence. Great feature, oftentimes overlooked. Now, within this 36C, a lot of TV viewing. I say TV viewing because across from you there will be a television on, within a televator. Great thing about this is it is power theater seats on this side. So once your inverter's turned on, you can power up, power down. There's also a small USB charging port in there. And then over here we have more seating as well, or also sleeping area. So a lot of room within this motorhome. Coming over to the dinette side, new for this model year is we do have child safety tethers in our forward-facing dinettes. So that's going to be true on all Jayco motorhomes with your traditional dinettes booths like this. So forward-facing, you will get child safety tethers. You don't have to pay for those. Why? We're concerned about safety. These are standard with us. They're free. You're not going to have to option it. That's just silliness. So you're going to get that in our motorhomes. This dinette table, a lot of you have seen this, maybe some of you haven't. A lot of manufacturers are using a brand of dinette table that does go down into a sleeping area but then comes up. The way you operate that is there's a little lever, you flip it down and then push this down. When you raise it back up, you flip the lever back. The problem with that style of lever is I have been in motorhomes numerous times. I'll be sitting down, I'll put my elbows on the table, and then that table will literally drop about an inch. So ultimately with time there becomes a little bit of play in that. With this, we get this from a company right across the road from us, and they manufactured it specifically for us. Super easy, super secure even. So if I want to make this into the bed, I remove the cushions. I just lift this up with this hand here. I push down and pivot it around. With the cushions off, this will go flush against the wall. And there's a piston there. It'll take the pressure off the piston. So super easy, nothing really to break on it. And then when it's in the up position, it latches back into that bracket on the wall. And there again, it's secure. It's latched into a bracket. So we've been doing this for a couple years. Wanted to point that out to you because we want this to be as trouble-free as possible for the longest period of time. So that's why we give you that dinette mechanism. So now moving opposite side of your dinette, you're going to see a fireplace, a 34-inch fireplace. These fireplaces, whether you realize it or not, they are absolutely awesome. What do I love about these fireplaces? They have two different functions. One, they give you just the ambiance. So I can turn this on and not utilize the heat source from it. So on an evening, maybe I want it dim in here, I want to relax, watch some television, maybe have a Coke, drink some coffee. I can have just the ambiance lighting effect on. And so there again, awesome for that. Could even be a night light. Second thing I love about this is it is a supplemental heat source. Fireplaces should be. So there is a heating element in there. So on those cold, chilly mornings or chilly evenings, if I don't want to fire up my furnace, which is going to burn propane, which we do have a fixed onboard propane tank, I can turn this on if I'm plugged in at the RV park. I can turn this on if I'm running my generator. I can turn this on, in a sense, fuel that I'm able to renew pretty easily, whether it's I've used it at the park or I'm coming from my chassis versus my propane / furnace, and I'm able to take the chill out of the air. If this doesn't quite cut it, my front air conditioning unit has a 15,000 BTU air conditioner with a heat pump. I can utilize both of those sources and warm it up in here fairly quickly. Well insulated units. Above that, we have a beautiful hutch area / china cabinet if you'd like. Hate to tell you, but if you're bringing china on a motorhome trip, you're probably not camping. So let's just call it a hutch area. Store board games in there, store extra pillows, store anything you want inside of there. But just a great multi-use of that area. Coming back, we are utilizing the Firefly multiplex system in here. The Firefly multiplex system is a great system. I'm able to monitor my whole house, the whole motorhome, from this system. So I can control my electrical / auto gen start, my thermostats, my slides, my awnings, pretty much everything, and also do my tank readouts on that. Great thing about this is I can download an app to my phone. I can control everything from my app while being outside sitting at the campfire. Moving back into the bathroom, the half bath of this 36C Precept, it is going to be a stackable washer dryer. So a lot of you love to be able to use a washer dryer inside of a motorhome without actually having to go into the campgrounds facility or into a washing machine place. So this is a great system to be able to use. Do give you a residential size refrigerator. This unit currently has a side-by-side in it with ice and water in the door. I say currently because let you in a little bit on the supply chain. Right now refrigerators are super hard for everybody to get. So we are rotating between 3 different brands of refrigerators. Give you a peace of mind. They're all legit name brands that you're going to find in your high-end stores. So we're not putting anything cheap in here. So it will rotate between 1 of 3 brands. Currently this is a GE. So it will be side-by-side as well. Coming back into the bedroom, massive bedroom. with a lot of wardrobe space, some cabinetry space. New for this model year, we know a lot of you are using wireless chargers these days. On both sides of your nightstand, there are wireless chargers in here. Maybe you have an old flip phone, you can't charge it wirelessly. Just pick it up and it toggles, or push it down, toggles, and then you have a USB port right there that you can plug in. New for this model year, in our overhead cabinets, we have installed a 110-volt outlet as well as a grommet in the center. So if you want to potentially charge up there rather than down here, you can drop a cord down and be able to utilize your phone from that angle if you would like. So that's new for this year. That's going to be in all of our overhead cabinets in every model. Like I said, king size bed, plenty of room in here. If you look at the base of the bed here, a wide walkway, so absolutely awesome. Mentioned dual wardrobes here, could be a his and hers, could be both being utilized for one person. Bank of drawers down below. Cool thing about this, really in all of our models, we will give you our precepts. They will have television in the bedroom as standard. Storage area behind there. I know some folks put safes back there. Other individuals would not do the safe and just put precious things in there as well. Moving back into the bathroom, you'll see that the bathroom is very well lit. Very beautiful inside. A lot of space inside of that. So you have a lot of counter space. You will find a porcelain toilet in both of the bathrooms. And then the shower, you're going to see the decorative surround in that with a vent as well, controlled from the wall. So we're very pleased with this 2023 36C Jayco Precept. And so again, my name's Cory Weatherton. If you have any questions at all, I'd encourage you to contact your local Jayco Motorhome dealer. They'd love to answer those for you. Or you can call the factory at any time. If somebody answers the phone, let them know what state you're in. Let them know that you have questions about a specific motorhome. They will connect you with our sales rep in-house who's responsible for that state, working with dealers in that state. And we'd love to answer any questions you have. But want to thank you for watching this video. And again, it was my pleasure. Cory Weatherton from Jayco.